Hi friends, this is Manoj Kalla providing hand holding training in all this technology. Happy New Year to all my viewers. Today's video is on how to convert your Visual Foxpro application to Windows Form application of .NET. Okay, so nowadays this requirement is coming, how to convert the Visual Foxpro application to .NET. Now in this is the one of the series I'm launching now. In this series you will come to know how to step by step convert the applications to a Visual Foxpro application to Windows Form application of .NET. Now see this, what kind of application we can migrate easily. Any kind of application we can migrate, but we'll discuss here what kind of application can migrate very easily and what are the main files which we can see and we can migrate those, and which migration strategy you have to follow, like a form controls or a database validation, how you come to know where how to implement the validations in a Windows form, and copies those validation from your Visual Foxpro application, and how to write a business logic. And obviously at last, if you want a hand holding training in Visual Foxpro to .NET WinForm application journey, my suggestion, why I'm this added here training, because nobody's know the actual how to use the, if anyone having good knowledge of Visual Foxpro and not having a good knowledge of Windows Form, so I can provide, and I can provide a dual training kind of things. I will guide them, write a Visual Foxpro in this manner which can easily get convert, and I will give the full training in a Windows Form application. Okay, so now see this, as you know, in the Visual Foxpro we can write application on a two basis. One is the very traditional @00, this way, this is the traditional kind of working. Okay, @00, say full name, @0025 get m full name, like this way. And another pattern is form. The form is easily the SCX file, or we can call a form in DOS form, in a DOS time also there is a SCX form is there, and afterward there is a SPR file is get generated. Okay, so we'll go through that. And while like see this, if you are converting your own application or converting any corporate application, my suggestion is that always create this kind of like say this kind of documentation. Say this serial number, form control, what kind of control you had seen in @00 or in a canvas. Okay, what is the caption, we can call a caption, is the label, enter your full name or only a full name. Okay, and control name, LBL full name. Okay, and event attach, like in a text box in second I had given a this way. So you have to generate this kind of documentation, and see this a form level kind of working very easily, because if you, there is no need to run that application. Okay, if you having a source code of SCX, you can directly modify form, and okay, and modify the screen, whatever, you can see the entire code and entire controls in the form, on the form. And now in the PRG file you have to go through little more efforts. Here you have to understand, like this way. Okay, @00, say full name, text box @20 m full name. And here you have to be just more concentrate, like a validation and business logic and user defined function. In olden days the peoples are used to write a procedure, check the name, like this way they used to write a code procedure inside that PRG file. They are not writing separately, and some people are creating a functions or any UDF inside, and some people are used to write outside. So you have to concentrate on this also. Now second is what? The migration strategy. Draw the form control on WinForm step by step, as I said previously, and form control name as per the field name of the table. Okay, now see this, why I am writing this, because my suggestion is that before first you have to go through the forms, and while allotting this kinds of like control name, txt full name, your txt full name is, txt is the text box, this is the naming convention. Okay, is the text box, then we have to write a txt, and this full name, it should be your database table field name. Okay, then this will be a more accurate and more perfectly. And don't set the properties from the property window, always write, see this, the Windows form application is also a event based kind of programming, and our Visual Foxpro form is the same kind of, all the events which whatever you had seen in our Visual Foxpro, that same events you will going to see in you can see in WinForm, Windows form also. Okay, so my advice is that first drag and drop all the controls from the, and find out the controls from the @00 coding, whether it's a PRG, or draw the canvas as per your previous form file. Okay, so you have to see this as like in Visual Foxpro you can see very easily, like see this, here you can see, suppose if I say modify, so you have to design the form very easily this way. Okay, you can design it, and how to give the naming convention, as I said previously, as per your table field name. Why? Because now suppose I will show you that in coming session, otherwise these videos get long. Okay, so I think so you understand, you have to design the form as it is, then naming convention like a label, this is the okay, LBL full name, LBL TXT full name, these are all as per, you can set as per your database field name. Okay, and in while you are converting your Visual Foxpro to Windows form, you will get the drivers, you will get the database driver like OLEDB driver, SQL Server its own driver, or ODBC. It is my suggestion, directly don't go with the OLEDB or ODBC, directly go with SQL Server driver. Okay, with SQL Server, and don't use DBF file. It's why, because if you require a centralized kind of server based kind of working, okay, then your Windows form application will become only a exe file which can fetch the data and send the data to the server. Okay, there is no need to installation and anything, because your Windows form will be take care of that. Okay, that SQL Server driver you will be needed, but Windows form only the exe you required, and you have to configure your database IP address in a configuration file. Okay, and write the, now the validation and business logic. Validation and business logic you can handle in a 2 and 3 way basis. First one, you can create a class library project. If you having a 2-3 different kind of project, and where you had used the basic concepts of state, city, country, pin code, or whatever, like a title master, then I will suggest go through with the class library project. Then that class library project you can use in any application, in any Windows form application, or you can use in web form application or MVC application. Okay, so this will be reduce your time, and there is no need to write again and again the code. If you're not having a multiple projects or multiple application, then I will suggest to create a common class to achieve the common functionality, like state, city. It is up to you, and use web form submission strategy. How you will maintain, how you will handle the validation. See this, I will show you here. Now suppose this is my form. This is my form, like okay, this is the full name, Okay, full name, 1 minute, this is the full name. Then I say DOB. Now suppose if I click on a save button here, understand, now suppose if I click on a save button here, save, now there is no need to show the individual kind of remark कि full name is required, DOB required, while cursor move from full name to DOB on lost focus. You have to display one kind of alert window on submission and write down there in this basis. I'll show you here, like write down this, following fields is required. See how I am writing this. Don't display the, because your user will be get irritated or frustrated. Why? Because use a web form kind of concept or web concept, while like you had seen in a web technology, while we save one or in a form itself it shows okay this field is required, this field is required. That same way in a Windows form we can show okay full name required. Second, we can ask them what in this second color, DOB required. Then only you can submit this form. Okay, and here will be a OK button. This way, this is called a what? At the time of submission. Okay, at the time of submission you can display and show the user. Okay, this kind of the common. You can write a method or a function in Windows form which you can centralize all your validation at one place. Okay, like suppose in DOB you can check through in that one procedure only. There is no need to go the valid section of full name. There is no need to write a separate code in DOB, like a centralized code in WinForm also, and you can write this same way code in your Visual Foxpro also. Okay, now second one, if you are interested to learn and you want to join with me, and if you want I help you in this process, I having schemes for you. One, if you join me in a group batch, I will charge 12,000 rupees. Okay, and this is for the 2 months, alternate days basis lecture on every Saturday and Sunday. Okay, and if you want to learn from 1-to-1 with me, then there will be a 30,000 is my fees, and every session will around 1.5 hours or 2 hours. Okay, this is up to you. Okay, thank you.